I'm Daniel,
I'm Bree.
and we're going to talk about our research topic, which was taboo, including
Piercings,
tattoos and scarification, branding, just anything that's not a part of the human state, how you came out when you were born.
I love piercings.
In this video, we're going to show you some interviews,
Risks,
music,
tons of pictures.
pretty much brace yourselves for what you're about to see.
Tons.
My first tattoo when I was 18 years old. First piercing when I was 17. You know, I didn't. When I got my first piercing, it was like I was the first one on this campus to get something like that done, so it was like kind of exciting because everybody kind of would come up and ask me about it. No, I do not. I just covered it up a couple years ago. It was a sublime tattoo. A lot of judgment. In your guys' generation, it's becoming much more acceptable. When I got my first tattoos and piercings and just the crazy different colored hair and stuff as a teenager, society was a lot different. You'd have people who would just give you a hard time, they wouldn't give you respect. You would have people who would get in fights with you. Because it's such more accessible to you guys now, that it's becoming more of a society norm. I have not. I was very fortunate that when I started working here, I did have my tattoos. And because I do keep it respectable and I cover it up in the appropriate times, they don't really have a big deal. I didn't want to be like everybody else, and the perfect way to do that was, you know, to put your art on your body. And so when I hit 18, it was just like, you know what, I wanted to get tattoos. I wanted something that set me aside from society and the culture. I just like being against the social norm. You know, I wanted to prove that, you know, I could be this person with these modifications and still, you know, not be the shady character everybody thought I was. You know, I don't judge people based on what they are. You know, it's your body, do with it what you want, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I ain't gonna treat you any different than somebody who doesn't have tattoos or piercings. We were a lot more freakish back then.
Me personally, no. I never ever considered that. Kind of made a promise to my mother at age 18 that I would never do that. I kind of stayed true to that promise. Not that I have anything against it. I mean, you know, I think everybody should have the freedom to do what they want. No, I don't judge a person by their cover or their art unless it's really bad art. Usually when I see somebody with some really cool ink, I'm usually the first guy that compliments him or her. I know I always make a person's day when I say, hey, that's some nice ink. The bottom line is they want people to see it, otherwise they wouldn't get it. The fact that it's kind of, it used to be the exception to have tattoos. Now it's become the norm. I'm pretty unique in that I still have virgin skin. You get what you pay for and it's permanent. I would say that if you're going to do it, save up your money. That is not a time to get cheap. Go to somebody reputable, you know, through recommendation. You know, do it when you're sober too. I think it speaks more about them. We're not here to judge. If we were, we'd all be born with judges' robes on. The beauty of our country is that we can be individuals. It'd be kind of a boring place if everybody looked the same, dressed the same. I actually enjoy talking to people that are different. I always want to know, like, what is it that makes them tick.
Not really. Any sort of job that I would ever consider, usually tattoos or weird piercings were not allowed because you're in a service industry or you're in a professional situation where they don't really look too highly on piercings or tattoos or anything like that. I was always doing a lot of acting, and if you have weird things that you need to cover up for different roles, then that can sway the director's choice of you. I definitely take notice of them. I have a couple of students with a lot of decor on their face, and at first it's like, whoa, and then you get to know them and it's like, okay, my first impression was that you were scary, but now you're pretty nice. Can't commit. That's my thing. I don't want to commit to something that I have to have for my whole life. Probably just my upbringing. Nobody ever had any sort of tattoos or piercings. My little brother got 3 piercings when he was 7, like 7, 8, 9, and 10, and everybody thought that was really weird. As my horizons are broadening, I'm just seeing a lot more body art that's being more accepted in the workplace. I would consider the field that you're looking to go into, although definitely think that there is a stigma and you could be unfairly judged by an employer. It doesn't matter if it's a tattoo or body piercing or a skin color or ethnicity. There are people who are going to judge just based on the first appearance, and that's sort of the nature of the beast.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Let me take a selfie.
Too bad for you.